Do you know what the generation the year you were born is called? I mean the year you escaped the womb. Follow me, let's find out together. The grand tapestry of generations. Each cohort, with its unique quirks and characteristics, has been labeled differently across the globe. Let's embark on a humorous journey through time, exploring these generational tags globally, and then zoom in on Nigeria and Australia. Why Nigeria and Australia? I leave that to your imagination. Let's dive in. Those born from 1928 to 1945 are known as Silent Generation. Globally, these are called silent, not because they took a vow of silence, but perhaps because they were too busy surviving wars. And economic downturns to make a fuss. In Nigeria, while specific labels aren't as prevalent, this generation might be affectionately called elders or veterans, revered for their wisdom and tales of the good old days, when a loaf of bread cost mere kobo. In Australia, these are called builders, not because they all had a penchant for construction, but due to their role in rebuilding the nation post-World War II. Those born from 1946 to 1964 are known as baby boomers. Globally, these are named for the post-war baby boom. They were the original boomers before it became a meme. In Nigeria, these are often seen as the independence generation, having witnessed Nigeria's transition from colonial rule to independence in 1960. They saw Nigeria gain independence. They're the uncles that start every conversation with in our time, and somehow end it with, "You children don't know anything." I know you, my fellow Nigerians, can relate. In Australia, these are still called baby boomers here, but with a twist, they're the ones who bought houses when property prices were as low as a kangaroo's pouch. Those born from 1965 to 1980 are known as Generation X. Globally, these are the latchkey kids who grew up with minimal adult supervision, leading to their independent streak. In Nigeria, these are known as the Structural Adjustment Generation, having lived through economic reforms that made adjustment a daily reality. These are the ones who suffered under the weight of economic policies that made Indomie a luxury. They know the real meaning of managing. The generation that ate rice without meat. They'd buy cabin biscuit and still get change from 5 naira. The trauma of you can't follow them, their bad friends still haunts them. In Australia, these are also called Generation X. They experienced the rise of grunge music and flannel shirts, and probably owned a pair of rollerblades. Those born from 1981 to 1996 are known as millennials. Globally, these are also known as Generation Y. They came of age during the new millennium, hence the name. In Nigeria, these are referred to as the Democracy Generation, growing up during the nation's return to civilian rule in 1999. They are in the middle of everything. They remember landlines and Snapchat filters. These are the folks who start podcasts without microphones and call themselves content creators. They tweet like philosophers, but some can't boil rice without Google. In Australia, these are still called millennials. They're the ones blamed for killing industries from diamonds to napkins while championing avocado toast. Those born from 1997 to 2012 are known as Generation Z. Globally, these are the digital natives who can't fathom a world without Wi-Fi. In Nigeria, they are popularly called Gen Zs and sometimes called the social media generation, as they're perpetually online, making TikToks and tweeting in pidgin. They were born with iPads and Wi-Fi. These ones cry if the light goes off for 5 minutes and can't understand why anyone ever used Palito to rewind a cassette tape. In Australia, these are known as Zoomers, not because they love Zoom meetings, who does, but as a playful twist on boomers. Those born from 2013 to 2024 are known as Generation Alpha. Globally, These are the first generation born entirely in the 21st century, said to be the most technologically immersed. In Nigeria, these are yet to earn a distinct moniker, but given their flair for gadgets, tech genius kids might be fitting. These ones are barely talking, but already asking Alexa to play Baby Shark. They think televisions are touchscreens and call cartoons content. They can ask questions like, "Mum, why can't you just Google to cook stew?" In Australia, these are still called Generation Alpha. They're the toddlers swiping iPads before they can walk. And finally, those born from 2025 to 2039 are the Generation Beta. Globally, these are the upcoming cohort, with their names suggesting they're the next version in the generational lineup. In Nigeria, for these, what they will be called is too early to tell, but perhaps the AI generation, as they'll grow up with artificial intelligence as commonplace. In Australia, these are also called Generation Beta, poised to inherit a world where self-driving cars and smart homes are the norm. In essence, while the names and descriptors may vary, every generation brings its own flavor to the human saga. Whether you're a boomer reminiscing about the days of rotary phones, a millennial perfecting the art of the side hustle, or a Gen Z mastering the latest dance trend, each generation adds its unique drop to the ocean of history. In Nigeria, we have another group we call the Japa generation. These are not within any particular year group. Japa is a Yoruba word which means run away or flee, but is commonly used for the phrase relocate abroad, always in 100% flight mode. They are not a year-based generation, but a vibe-based one. If you've ever stood in front of a mirror rehearsing your British accent for a visa interview, welcome. Doesn't matter if you're 20 or 50, once you dream of relocating, you've joined this group. Their usual slogan is "This country, Nigeria, is not for me." So which generation are you? Please leave it in the comments section. Follow me on Facebook for more. Also subscribe to my channel, Prislex Media on YouTube. Thank you.